Hello and welcome to the Daily Space for today, Tuesday, October 14th, 2019. It's the kind of Tuesday that feels a bit like a Monday, but I think we have all of our technology worked out for today, and things should be smooth sailing after a week of vacation. I am here to bring you a whole variety of science news stories as I work to put science in your brain. The Daily Space is brought to you most Mondays through Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. That is 6 p.m. London time. And today, well, we have a whole variety of news stories coming to you from all over the solar system. And, well, actually far, far beyond. All over the universe is a more accurate way of putting it. Today's news starts with a story of galaxies that are far more than the eye can see. In a new publication in the monthly notices of the Royal Astronomical Society, R. Michael Rich and his collaborators release a new survey of the outskirts of nearby galaxies. By taking successively longer images that reveal fainter and fainter structures, this team has been able to reveal the true extent of galactic halos. They find that these diffuse regions of gas, dust, and ejected stars have sizes that correlate with the brightness and type of galaxy they surround. In many cases, they were also able to image the faint spirograph-like patterns created by the tidal tails of dwarf galaxies in the process of being destroyed as they fell into their parent galaxy. These are just amazingly beautiful and destroyed systems. What really got me looking at this is just how these deep images reveal that these galaxies truly do extend out to massive distances beyond what we normally see. And these halos are able to reveal the history of past interactions that we don't, otherwise normally see. For instance, in this particular image, there is a slight warp to that outer halo of material that, is evidence of a past interaction. These images provide us with remarkable new science that we can do and show that the halos, both in their shape and in their size, are directly related to the luminosity of the galaxy they surround, as well as the kind of galaxy that they surround. This particular story isn't newsworthy just because of the science, however. It's also newsworthy because of the engineering that was done to accomplish these images. These images were taken with 0.7 meter or 28-inch telescopes that have CCDs mounted at their prime focus. That's the position at the front of the camera where often there's a corrector mirror. These images with this particular fast system was capable of revealing faint details in 1 hour that normally it would require a 3.6 meter telescope like the Canada-France-Hawaii telescope to be able to see. So they are matching the abilities of significantly larger telescopes and doing it for 1/10 the cost. Now, this particular survey is being accomplished with a set of telescopes, one located in Fraser Park, California, and the other in Mitzma, Raman, Israel. Now, if you would like to explore these images for yourself, you can't do it today, but you're going to be able to in the near future. All these images are going to be uploaded to the NASA IPAC Infrared Science Community Archive. Okay, from one set of fuzzy galaxies, we move to another. These are much, much smaller, 100 times smaller. These are dwarf galaxies that were identified using the Sloan Digital Sky Survey and then had follow-up imaging done using Keck. Now, these particular systems were identified for a new publication appearing in the Astrophysical Journal that is put together by Laura Sales, Christina Mazzina King, and Gabriella Canalizzo. I'm so sorry for the mispronunciation of these. And what these women were doing is looking for evidence of interactions between the central supermassive black hole in these small systems and their surroundings. They looked at 50 dwarf galaxies and were able to identify only 29 systems that appeared to have supermassive black holes in their centers. Of those 29 systems, they went on to identify 6 galaxies that had massive outflows of material that was flowing as fast as 1,000 kilometers per second on its way out of the galaxy due to interactions associated with those supermassive black holes. This is the first time this kind of an outflow has been seen in this small of a galaxy, and it helps explain the lack of stars or rather the lack of star formation that is seen in this kind of a galaxy. This massive wind can actually push the stuff of stars, future generation of stars, all the way out of the galaxy, leaving behind a wasteland of old and dying stars and, well, nothing to make new baby stars with. According to Laura Sales, theoretical models for the formation and evolution of galaxies have not included the impact of black holes in dwarf galaxies. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm having problems with my mouse. Let's go back to where we were. Let me start that quote reading again. Theoretical models for the formation and evolution of galaxies have not included the impact of black holes, dwarf galaxies, the impact of black holes in dwarf galaxies. We're seeing evidence, however, of a suppression of star formation in these galaxies. Our findings, says Sales, show that galaxy formation models must include black holes as important, if not dominant, regulators of star formation in dwarf galaxies. This work is remarkable, but still leaves many questions unanswered. Not all dwarf galaxies appear to have central supermassive black holes, and this work doesn't help explain why those systems also appear to have so few stars and multiple generations of star formation. It also doesn't help us understand basically why is it that some have and some don't have supermassive black holes. But it's a start. Clearly more observations and more theoretical models are needed. And this work is a nice step forward, however, in understanding these smallest galaxies that really are the building blocks of, well, galaxies like our own. Now, from faint fuzzies that turn out to be galaxies, we're going to turn our attention to a faint fuzzy that is actually a comet. In this case, it is the extrasolar visitor 2I Borisov. This comet from another solar system is continuing its journey through our solar system. And as it journeys closer and closer to our sun, it is getting observed, well, with every telescope that can observe it, I think. And so far, it appears utterly ordinary. This is both exciting and terribly frustrating because at a certain level, we would all love to find weird molecules, to observe strange behaviors, but no. This comet is just average. And it looks like the science that produced comets in our solar system is no different from the science that led to the production of comets in other solar systems. And that lack of news about this comet is the last news we have for today. It may be a slow news week. We are at that point in the semester where there aren't that many science conferences going on and where everyone is buckling down and getting ready for the first set of midterms. But what news there is, we will be here to bring you on the Daily Space. My name is Dr. Pamela Gay, and I will be here on Thursday to bring you more science news. But tomorrow, Wednesday, Annie Wilson is going to be here with the Wednesday rocket update that she works on along with volunteer Dave Ballard, we are so grateful for all of his help. The Daily Space is produced by Susie Murph and is a production of the Planetary Science Institute, 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to exploring our solar system and beyond. We are brought to you by you. And we are so grateful for everything you do that makes this show possible. And if you ever miss an episode live here on Twitch, we also have a podcast edition that you can get in any of your favorite podcast players. And every episode is archived up on YouTube at youtube.com/C for channel/CosmoQuest. So I am now going to take your questions. And if you haven't already, please type your questions in, preceded by one of those purple circles with a star in the center. And that will really help me find, your questions. So scrolling back to the beginning. Thank you, Wayne, for the bits. Thank you, Veronica Cure, for the bits. Thank you, Tom Van Scooter, for the sub. Looking to see. Thank you, Roria Rose, for the sub. That's 3 months in a row. Thank you, Wayne Johnson, for the sub. And I am going to give my dog a treat because he now thinks that when I say thank you, a dog treat should be coming. Hi there. Hi. Would you like this? You would. Okay. This is Eddie. This is our pile of cuteness that we use to say thank you to all of you. Hi, I see you. Go ahead, get down. Okay, looking for your questions. Switching over to put the chat up on the screen. Okay, so scrolling. Apologies for the dehumidifier in the background. I forgot to turn it off today, and it keeps turning on and off. Now, I know I saw some questions. Okay, Hanny asks, is there any indication that this comet is younger or traveled a shorter distance than the previous exaroid? So the previous extrasolar system object that we had, Oumuamua, continues to be exceedingly weird, and we can't really make any comparisons at this point. Oumuamua was this really strange asteroid-like but extremely long and skinny object like nothing we've ever seen before. Comet Borisov is just a comet. It's a regular everyday comet. Hi, would you like something? I was gone. Would you like this? Okay. So Comet Borisov is just plain normal as far as we can tell. So Henny goes on to ask, is there any way to tell if a galaxy had its black hole kicked out? No, not, well, okay. There's no easy way to tell. This isn't to say that we won't someday be able to take high-resolution X-ray images of the heart of a galaxy and see the bubbles in its gas and other characteristics of an active black hole while not finding a black hole. At this point, we haven't found any systems that appear to have lost their black hole. We know there are systems that are in the process of merging that should, through three-body interactions, eject a black hole. But we're still looking for those free-roaming black holes out among the stars. Thank you, Ed Thompson. Thank you for the bits. Hi. Hi. Wow, you're demanding today. Apparently, I need to give him like a week's worth of treats to make up for the fact that I was gone. Hi. Hi. This is my life now. I came home last night and was just completely piled on by dogs. This is a Australian Shepherd. They're very similar to a Border Collie, but bigger and no tail. We have 3 of them. Eddie is the star of this show because he's the only one willing to come down the basement stairs. Hi. Yes, that's what you are. Okay, I am not seeing any more questions. Yeah, Planetary Pan, you're having the same. Hi. No more. You're not getting any more. You're having the same situation I am. Hi. So I'm going to go record our podcast episode, get some lunch, and I'm going to be working away on things for the rest of the day. I'm trying to remember if we have any announcements to make. We are in the process of planning this year's Hangout-a-thon. If there are any particular guests that you would like to see during our 36-hour stream in December, please let us know. We are also planning a trip to Florida to watch the launch of a space station cargo mission with a Falcon 9 in December. This is one of those cases of, oh, I have hotel points. Let's use them, well, to catch some science. Beyond that, I will be at CuteCon in San Francisco in November, and am in the process of trying to plan a meetup, so stay tuned for more information. We're back. We will probably take at least part, if not all, of the week of Thanksgiving off. But other than that, it's, well, clear sailing from here on out. So let's see what else we have. Can you have Tony Darnell on? Yes, we can. And we're going to work on getting everyone from the Space Junk podcast. Okay, so I think, oh man, I totally don't have any of the windows open to start the credits. So I'm going to have to dash across the room and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and at least start the credit music, start the credits, and find somebody to raid. And I'll see you all on Thursday. It's good to be back. Bye-bye, everyone.